Listen to this. The 9th installment of the Twitter files has been released, this time detailing how several government agencies interacted with the platform. Matt Taibbi saying, quote, the files show the FBI acting as doormen to a vast program of social media surveillance and censorship, encompassing agencies across the federal government, from the State Department to the Pentagon to the CIA. He also says that more aggressive government partners had closed Twitter's window of independence for struggling to validate their claims of foreign interference. Here to react, former acting U.S. Attorney General Matt Whitaker. Attorney General, good morning to you. Merry Christmas.
Good morning and Merry Christmas to you, Carly.
Well, the news certainly isn't stopping when it comes to these Twitter files. And now we know that it wasn't just the FBI. It was also the CIA, the Pentagon, the State Department, all had relationships with Twitter and other social media platforms as well. So what do you think the nature of these relationships were?
Well, clearly the relationship was to suppress free speech. I mean, ultimately, it was under the guise of reducing foreign influence, I guess, in American elections, especially in 2020. But you just saw the DHS, DOD, CIA, FBI, and state governments and the Democrat National Committee all had a door into Twitter that they could moderate accounts that they disagreed with or felt were too effective in communicating an opposing viewpoint to what they felt should be on the platform. And, you know, Twitter was clearly the right hand of the federal government in moderating speech.
There's an interesting Twitter back and forth that took place yesterday, and it starts with California Congressman Ted Lieu, who's a Democrat. He posted a tweet saying, Elon Musk, Matt Taibbi, and Michael Schellenberg are gaslighting you with their misleading Twitter file posts. Here's the truth. The FBI's Foreign Influence Task Force does threat indicators sharing with companies. That's a good thing. He also said companies decide what to do with that information. But then Matt Taibbi responded saying, Congressman, why is a Foreign Influence Task Force sending Excel spreadsheets full of joke tweets from low follower accounts in Maryland, Kentucky, and Ohio? Why does the FITF, the Foreign Influence Task Force, spend so much time reviewing domestic speech? I think that's the key question there.
You're right, Carly. That's absolutely the key question to this whole thing is why were these accounts that were, sharing jokes essentially and memes had very few followers? Why were those coming on the FBI's radar? Why was this Foreign Influence Task Force spending their time moderating speech by the American people? I mean, the Supreme Court and the law is very clear. The speech is fairly broad. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. But other than that, there is a very broad ability of Americans to speak their minds. And in this case, the FBI seemed to want to clamp down on that. And now we're seeing it wasn't just the FBI. It was all of these other agencies as well. Yeah, that's right. And this new dump of Twitter files shows that the FBI was sending so many requests to Twitter that Twitter employees were overwhelmed by the amount of tweets that were being flagged. So now that we're getting a peek behind the curtain, what do you think? Do you think the FBI is going to back off when it comes to monitoring speech? Well, I would guess that the FBI still feels they have an important role in foreign influence and making sure that these social media platforms aren't used to harm the United States of America. But obviously where that line is drawn, they've had a hard time and struggle with that. So I would imagine they're going to do some soul searching to make sure that they aren't infringing on Americans' rights to free speech.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to hear from the FBI director himself, Chris Wray, on where he stands on all of this. Right. Matt, thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, Merry Christmas to you and your beautiful family.
Merry Christmas to you too, Carly. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.